Guys, the market has been pretty straightforward, wherein equities, including S&P and NASDAQ, are moving towards new all-time highs. You can see how precious metals, including gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and copper, are moving towards the all-time highs. But there is one industry which is struggling, and that is crypto. Bitcoin and altcoins are struggling extremely hard. Now, the problem is that there is extreme fear and extreme anger in this market right now, both combined. People actually want to leave the industry, but I am asking people to trade. Trade with proper risk management, trade with your levels, right? If you look at the S&P chart, see how on 24th of December, S&P closed at the highest level, and this is extremely bullish for equities. I've got a trade for you in equities. It's Apple trade. I'm going to give you the levels. If you look at the precious metals, you will see how gold is moving towards new all-time highs. It's already at the new all-time highs. Same is with silver, platinum, palladium, and copper. So everything is moving, but I've got a trade for you in this image as well. I'm going to talk about it in the later part of the video. It's copper trade. I'm going to give you the levels, proper levels. The problem is Bitcoin just had its second worst Q4 ever. This is really bad, and we don't know whether Q1 is going to be bullish or not, but what we know is that we can trade in every single situation. If the market is going towards the downside, we'll short. If the market is going towards the upside, we will long. So we just need to be on the right side of the market. Now, I asked Grok, what happens when precious metals actually go on a massive rally? So Grok replied in a very simple way, in a crisp manner, that historically it marks crisis climax. Once resolved, precious metals crash like crazy and enter a long-term bear market, while equities launch powerful bull runs. And this happened in 1980 and 2011 as well. So when precious metals are running, you have to be a little bit conservative. And when the precious metal fall, when all of these precious metals, including gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and copper fall, that is when the real bull market for equities and risk-ons begin. So understand this, guys. Understand it pretty well. Now, one thing I'm seeing is the US session. The US session is still a problem for Bitcoin. We are seeing every single US session being a sell-off in the market right now. And why is it happening? Because of proper manipulation. If you actually see, every single US session has been around 4 to 5% decline. There was only one US session which was positive, and today we're going to enter another US session, so that is going to be pretty interesting to see, guys. Now, the problem here is manipulation from the whales. Now, Zero had said, and I've been talking about this a lot, that Jane Street is the entity which is doing this. Now, Jane Street is the largest high-frequency trading firms. We know that. What they do is they dump BTC at the open at 10 a.m., around 9 to 10 a.m. US time. Then they push the price into the liquidity pockets, they re-enter at the lows, and they repeat daily. This way, they are basically buying more and more IBIT shares by dumping Bitcoin at the open and buying at the lows. They are literally accumulating Bitcoin this way, which is really bad, which shouldn't happen at all. But guys, there is something which tells us that, January can be good as well, which is, we have seen this in 2023, 2024, and 2025, that 1st of January usually begins a nice little pump towards the upside, and that gets resolved in February when the markets go down. Now, guys, doesn't really matter. We can see how SPX is at the all-time high, gold is at an all-time high, silver is at an all-time high, NASDAQ all-time high, palladium all-time high, Bitcoin and all's dying. So what do you do? What do you do in this situation? That is what I'm going to answer. And in my opinion, you should just keep trading. This is our log from December. We've been trading equities, we've been trading commodities, we've been trading crypto as well. We've got 3 losers this month. We've got 3 break-even trades as well with Hyperliquid, Ethereum, and Solana. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 profitable trades. So this is my solution. My solution is to be on the right side of the market and actually keep trading. So guys, I've got the first trade for you. It's from the equities basket, the equities asset class, and it's one of the biggest stocks. It is Apple, loaded in front of you. It's in this range, this whole range, which is from $265 to $275. Now it is going towards the resistance, but I'm seeing this trend line as well. All I want Apple to do is to come back down to this support and take a support and then move towards the upside. So this is going to be my trade. It's going to be on leverage. You can use it or do it on your traditional account. You can do it on eToro. You can do it on a perp dex like Ostium. It's your choice. But this is the trade I'm taking. This is the time when you need to realize, guys, that there are other asset classes as well where you can trade, and you can do it on chain too. So make sure that you're taking this trade and make sure that you're putting this into your log as well, right? Now, if we go ahead, I want to just show you that I am also trading commodities in Discord and Twitter and YouTube. So I took this gold trade, which went amazing. I gave the whole thesis of the catch-up play. So the next trade I want to give you guys is copper. Okay, everything is going up. Listen to me. Look at this chart. If you look at gold, gold has been going up like crazy. Silver is literally up 44% from the previous highs. If you see platinum, it's up 47% from the previous highs. If you look at palladium, it's up 24% from the previous highs. Copper hasn't even broken its previous highs. So copper is the only one which hasn't broken its previous highs. And I want to take a trade on copper. If you actually zoom in, this is the copper's chart. You can see how copper is currently breaking out of this ascending triangle kind of structure. If you go on weekly time frame, you can see it better. Look at that. There was a deviation before as well. But start accumulating copper here. And then when it comes back down, you can accumulate more copper over here if it comes back down at this trend line as well. So I'm going to be buying copper 3 times, and I'm hoping for copper to play that catch-up trade from here, or any position. But that's my style. I'm going to DCA as copper drops, but I'm going to start buying copper over here, and I'm aiming for higher prices like the other precious metals, guys, which is gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and other things, right? Okay, now let's talk about crypto. If you actually look at Bitcoin's chart, it is printing a bear flag over here, which is not at all good. So let's see. If you start from the top, 125k, this is a proper bear flag. And if it actually breaks towards the downside, I'm going to open a short position, and that's going to be until 75k. Guys, this is absolutely serious. And now the only invalidation of this bear flag is going to be if actually Bitcoin goes towards the upside and breaks out of this region, and that is going to be a long trigger for you guys. Now, I'm not giving a trade right now for Bitcoin, but I will on Twitter as well as YouTube, so don't worry about it. Just keep it on your watch list for sure. Ethereum as well, no trade right now for Ethereum, but it is trading in proper ranges here, and either I want to see this tap, which is going to be 2785, or I want to see this tap, which is going to be 3k tap. I'm going to short here and I'm going to long here. That is going to be the easiest strategy ever. So I'm going to say this again, I'm not giving this as a trade, but I'm going to literally tell you when I'm picking this on Twitter as well as in the YouTube video. Now, one trade I want to give is Zcash. Zcash right now is printing an ascending triangle at the moment. It is coiling up. It's already reached the apex point, and it is ready to break out or break down. Now, either it will break out like this or it's going to break down. Simple. All right. So you can take trades anywhere, which is wherever side it breaks out, whether it's towards the upside or towards the downside, you have to be ready and you have to be taking this trade. Your stop loss is going to be pretty simple, which is you have to have 3:1 risk reward ratio. If you're winning 3%, you're losing 1%, and position sizing is going to be 1 to 2% of your entire trading portfolio, whether it's on Bitfunded or the real account. Very simple trade, guys. I'm going to be taking this trade for sure. I'm going to be adding it to my December log too. The Apple trade, I showed you the copper trade and the Zcash trade. Now next comes the Uniswap thing, which is the unification which was happening. Now it's gone. We said that, it's going to be done it's going to be 4, and that's what happens. So the Uniswap unification proposal has been passed, and the price right now is consolidating. All I want to see is a breakout of this trend line. Now, once we see the breakout of the trend line, that is when I become bullish on Uniswap again, and I can see the price moving towards the upside. No trade over here for now, but you have to keep this in your watch list for sure. Now, one trade that I gave in the last video is still valid, which is the limit order for Hyperliquid at this level, that is $22. Now, $22 is the level wherein the whale, the massive whale who had 58 mil position on Hyperliquid and got partially liquidated as well, has the last liquidation at this level. So I want to see the whale getting liquidated. What I want to see here is move towards the trend line, come down, get the whale liquidated, and then move back towards the upside. So this is my trade. It's a 4.4 risk reward ratio trade with a stop loss of 4.5%, and you're gonna TP in the middle as well. So guys, keep it very simple. Now in our trading log, there are going to be 3 more trades, including Apple, which I've already added over here. Then you're going to have copper, then you're going to have Hyperliquid, and finally, you are also going to have Zcash. So our December trading log is going to look like this once I add all of these things for the next video. Now, I hope you guys understand everything. If you have any questions, guys, put it in the comment section. I'm going to answer all of them. And do make sure that you follow my Twitter account as well. That is where I'm going to be active all the time. That is where I'm active all the time usually, because I cannot make video every single day. So I make a video once in 2 days and rest you can just ping me on Twitter, or you can put anything in the comment section. Guys, bye bye. Take care.